Way back in 2009, it's Matthew Stafford.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Right to the air. Here's Stafford. And incomplete to open things up. He was trying to get it to Tutu Atwell there, but it'll be second down. But you look at this defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And right away, he lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. First carry for James Conner. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 8 yards. Again, a run with Conner. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Cardinals at 2-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Colin, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
20! And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
Again, it'll be Conner. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Cardinals at 2-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. 2-6 now on the year. The Cardinals at 2-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. 2-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. 2-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. 2-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. 2-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. 2-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. 2-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. 2-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. 2-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. 2-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. 2-6 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. 2-6 now on the year. They And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues.
There he goes, right side. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And just like that, it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, selling a different route, the subtle bump, it's a tough skill to teach. And this is well done here to get open and pick up the first down.
Amari Cooper, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Rams defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
Here's 3rd and 9. To get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On play action. They'll throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now it's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Stafford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Ethan Evans on now to punt. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Addison will go in motion left. A give running right is counter. And he'll get this up. To set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
This is Connor running right. A little juke. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Rams are going to take over here at their own 22. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On second down, here's Stafford.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Stafford now to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It's fielded at the 45. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 24 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Boy, Charles, that's a great response drive from the rookie quarterback. Remember, threw the pick on the previous possession. Here, he's able to lead him down and throw it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I know from the draft analysis that this is exactly why this team wanted to take this young man. They thought his ability to bounce back from mistakes and quickly turn them into positives, that was something they wanted on their team, and we just saw evidence of it right there. This young man doesn't let anything get to him, and he finds a way to come back big.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
53, ready.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Short throw, it's Higbee. And from the 25, they work this to the 20. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Taken in at the 22. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Getting set to go again. We get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get... With a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cooper, the man in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Amari Cooper with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 21-7. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And taken right on the 30. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw here.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
And that one not fooling anyone. It'll go down as a completed pass, but it will lose a big chunk of yardage. Still 15 yards to go, second down.
Back to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
He'll drop to throw.
And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Kingsley Kiki there on the tackle.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. They're going to run. Here's Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
James Conner.
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So they only needed a couple of feet there on fourth down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? Fourth and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Prater on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Ready.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Back to throw. Stafford. Stick. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, L.A.
Tutu Atwell.
95 yards.
And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Patterson up it.
Cuts the lead to 28-14.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
They go play action here on first down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On play action, they'll throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 as well.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown. Tutu Atwell with now his second touchdown of this. And the Rams are back within a score. Extra point try now for Patterson. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he returns this to the 22. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Second and 6. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Cooper, the man in motion right. On first and 10 is Counter. And some room to work. 83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play. And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone and sort of momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. Now it's Stafford. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a two-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Connor up the middle. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That goes for a gain of 31.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. On the handoff, it's DiMercado. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here's DiMercado. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this 3rd step. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Running, DiMercado.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, Above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brent, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They run behind center with Connor.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's DiMercado.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Prater's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
So now Stafford and the Rams
down by 8, 2:01 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
32.
Now Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Now they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Now it looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So now it's the Rams' turn. Trailing in this one now. Less than 90 seconds to go. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well.
Ready.
Stafford on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Again, it's Stafford. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah. Now
you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw.
That is intercepted. And the Rams are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Now it's Stafford. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter, because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon.